Yo, what is up? It has been a while since the last react video. Today we're going to be watching the SpongeBob SpongeBash Resignation or whatever the fuck that title is. So yeah, that's probably it, and there's going to be like a 34 minute 2 seconds, and yeah. The Resignation, huh? Let's watch it. Okay. Warning. The following content includes disturbing subject. Oh my god. Oh my god. The following content includes disturbing subjects such as flashing lights, blood, death, and violence. If you're sensitive to such topics, click off immediately. I'm good.
Nickelodeon, one of the most iconic and recognizable brands in television history. Known for its countless memorable shows, it was home to some of the most creative programming ever made. But above all, it's synonymous with its biggest hit, SpongeBob SquarePants. The show needs no introduction, as it only propelled Nickelodeon to greater heights, but also, ironically, became the catalyst for its decline. It all seemed so sudden, didn't it? After the 2000s, the channel lost its charm almost overnight. What happened? What caused the creativity and magic behind the orange splat to disappear? Did the people at Nickelodeon stop caring? Were they simply burnt out? Well, the answer traces back to a single event, a marathon that went disastrously wrong, an event Nickelodeon would rather erase from history. But despite their attempts to bury it, the fallout lingered, tarnishing their reputation and marking a decline in the quality of their shows. This remains one of the most infamous scandals in television history. We're talking about none other than the ultimate SpongeBob SpongeBash.
Right. Okay. The marathon.
On July 17th, Nickelodeon hosted a special event to celebrate the 10th anniversary of SpongeBob SquarePants. The marathon featured segments like Top 10 Picks, showcasing fan favorite episodes, and celebrity favorites.
Dude, I used to watch that. No. I used to watch that as a childhood. This is my favorite childhood since I was little. Since I was a kid. Actually, no joke, because that's my favorite childhood, and it's funny. So.
Stars shared their favorite episodes, like Jerry Trainer, who highlighted Muscle Bob Buff Pants. And last but not least, the premiere of 12 brand new SpongeBob episodes, with the most anticipated and heavily promoted being To SquarePants or Not to SquarePants, which was also the first episode that launched the event and the first one to premiere out of all the other new episodes. With this insane marketing campaign, this marathon was designed to be Nickelodeon's biggest and most memorable celebration, a landmark event in the channel's history. However, something went wrong.
Oh?
And by wrong, I mean horribly wrong.
Actually?
And while the event did certainly become one of Nickelodeon's most talked about events, it wasn't for the reasons they had hoped.
Beyond the scenes.
Something deeply troubling was happening behind the scenes at the animation studio. As SpongeBob SquarePants skyrocketed in popularity ever since the early 2000s, the studio became consumed by an insatiable hunger for profit, profits that had to be made quickly, no matter the cost. And the ones who paid the price were the hardworking animators and staff. With SpongeBob's growing fame came swelling egos and unchecked arrogance among studio executives. By 2009, as the marathon approached, the relentless demand for more SpongeBob content translated into increasingly harsh working conditions. The atmosphere in the studio allegedly became unbearable. Employees described an environment where management was dismissive, deadlines that were just ridiculous, and staff that were overworked to the brink of exhaustion. The mental toll was immense, and the stress seeped into every frame of animation, part of the reason why the show's quality noticeably declined during this era. But this unsustainable cycle wouldn't and couldn't last forever. Enter Armand Raphael Ramsey. Armand joined Nickelodeon around 2003, and at first he was welcomed warmly by the staff and colleagues who would later become his friends. But as the years went by, the worsening attitude and toxic environment within the studio began to take a heavy toll on him. The relentless stress, the impossible deadlines, and the blatant disregard for the well-being of employees started to wear Armand down. His personality began to deteriorate. He became bitter, often wishing the worst for those around him, without even realizing what he was saying. Sleepless nights became the norm, and the overwhelming pressure even led to hallucinations. He could no longer endure it. The stress, the abuse, and the suffocating mantra of "more SpongeBob" echoing through every corner of the studio. To Armand, every employee had been reduced to nothing more than lifeless tools. Machines programmed to churn out profit, their voices silenced, their struggles ignored. Armand made a decision. Enough was enough. Together with a group of trusted friends he had met at the studio, Armand devised a plan for revenge. They knew the ultimate SpongeBob SpongeBash would attract millions of eyes to Nickelodeon, making it the perfect stage for their message. Their goal was clear: sabotage the marathon and expose the harsh reality behind the cheerful facade of the channel. They were determined to show the true face of Nickelodeon, no matter the consequences, for the whole world to see.
Sorry. The day has come.
On July 17th, 2009, viewers tuned into Nickelodeon, eagerly awaiting the start of the ultimate SpongeBob SpongeBash. Across forums and chat rooms, multiple Nickelodeon and SpongeBob fans gathered to share their excitement and expectations for what promised to be a historic marathon. But as the anticipation built, some viewers began to notice something odd. Something wasn't quite right with Nickelodeon's broadcast. Fortunately, 2 clips of these strange occurrences still exist: the iCarly and Dora the Explorer respectively, the latter coming from a YouTube upload that, surprisingly, has never been taken down. But here's the thing: these glitches weren't technical issues. They were something far more deliberate, an intentional act of sabotage, and yet most viewers didn't caught on. Take a look at these 2 clips and see if you can spot what's truly off about them.
Clip on pre-event. January, February, March, April, May, June, July. So July 17, 2009, 9:30 a.m. to 10 a.m. During El Corcury Dory Explorer original source. Okay.
Island on the boat. Una moneda, por favor. Por favor.
What does that say on the backwards? Like, what's that? Skip. Sorry. I go nuclear. iCarly.
Or to the
Alright.
environment. Is that supposed to happen? No.
And there's a thing again. That's kind of crazy when it glitches. Whoa, what does that say? Wait a minute. What does that say? I need to pause this so fast. Yeah, I can't read that. I'm sorry.
No, I don't.
No I don't.
Back? Oh, yeah, sure. This is a pepperoni stick. Oh my god, I'm in trouble.
Look, we'd love to hang out and talk.
For a brief moment, a message flickered on the screen. It was nearly impossible to read, distorted by heavy glitches and, oddly enough, displayed backwards. Whether this was an accident or an intentional choice is unknown, though. But after careful analysis, the message was clear. They were warning Nickelodeon to...
Good morning, Nickelodeon. This message is warning. We've been overworked and forced to meet ridiculously deadlines, leaving us on the verge of a mental break. All for the sake of churning? I don't know. Out mediocre SpongeBob episodes to profit the show, not to mention the incredibly hostile and toxic attitude of a staff that pressure us to get this per slot of a marathon on the air. This cannot keep going, and since you never bother to listen to us and trying to solve everything in a good way, you earn this message. Seize the ultimate SpongeBob SpongeBash. Interesting.
Seize the entire event, or else they were going to ruin the marathon with these signal intrusions. As seen in these clips, Nickelodeon's engineers acted swiftly, restoring normal programming in a matter of seconds. We don't know if they ever noticed this cryptic message, but if they did, they likely dismissed it. To them, it must have seemed like a minor hiccup, something easily wiped away and forgotten, perhaps assuming it was the work of pranksters attempting to interfere with their signal. But they were wrong. When the marathon finally began at 8 o'clock p.m., the real chaos was only just getting started.
Which, I mean, the signal attacks.
Thanks to the many SpongeBob fans who recorded the event live on VHS, DVD, or digital devices, nearly every strange occurrence from those 3 days of the marathon have been preserved. Recovering these recordings wasn't easy, but as of right now, we have access to most, if not all, of the anomalies that plagued the marathon. Most importantly, however, the recording of the alleged resignation letter. But more on that later. Each clip gets more disturbing than the last, escalating to points where Nickelodeon's engineers struggle to stop the intrusions, or, in some cases, couldn't stop them at all. Now, I'll play each recording that has been recovered and analyze them in detail where possible.
Same date, okay. Pineapple fever, okay.
I see you even brought your duck.
Yep, it's 3 to 1.
Don't you mean?
Nickelodeon doesn't even know what have they brought upon themselves. This cash grab marathon will not last much longer. Stay tuned. Why both of them gone? Oh.
Horrible storm!
You heard me. Panic is not advised, although it is.
The party is having a problem. Oh. Right.
Patrick, help me get these boards nailed up.
SpongeBob, this seems like a strange time to start decorating.
Single cell anniversary. Speculate, okay. Whoa. What? How unfortunate Nickelodeon, naive, your interest can be friend for speaking. No surprise, considering you will have a tree is what in the hell? I don't know how to read that shit, bro. We will like word with the audience. Oh, hell no.
SpongeBash will be right back with the greatest SpongeBob freakout.
What the fuck? Yo. Okay. I don't like this at all. Okay. Hey. Oh no.
Things began to escalate noticeably with these two clips. In the first clip, during an airing of the episode Pineapple Fever, the audio glitches out almost immediately, and suddenly SpongeBob and Patrick simply disappear. Adding to the strangeness, the message at the bottom of the screen changes, a clear indication that the perpetrators had infiltrated Nickelodeon's system, modifying the episode in text on screen. Eventually, the episode resumes as normal, but the moment left viewers unsettled. The second clip, however, is even more bizarre and far more targeted against Nickelodeon itself. What makes this clip especially odd is the lack of a confirmed time frame. Interestingly, the footage begins with a technical difficulties screen. Multiple users claim it occurred around the start of Single Cell Anniversary, which aired at 9:15 p.m., and claimed they saw a mad plankton staring at the screen. Unfortunately,
This means that this clip isn't complete and we don't see what happened prior to this. Whatever the case, these clips were only a small taste of the chaos that was about to unfold.
Patty hype.
What's next? Milkshakes? Multi-French fries?
Why is SpongeBob angry? Okay, okay. Okay, you don't have to start that. Boys. Oh. Okay. Oh, hell no. Right. Who's that in the background? What is that?
Forget my dumb idea. That's
The Splinter.
Tough, you're smart, you are charming, but you are still. Look! Mustache!
Now we're back. Now we're at the part 2 because after that happened, and now we're gonna finish this. So yeah.
Tough, you're smart, you are charming.
Oh yeah, don't mind my mic is like echoey, so I'm in my new room. So yeah,
But you are still. Look! Mustache!
Oh. Oh. Slide whistle, what?
Okay, things got serious now. In the first clip, the scene from Patty Hype, where Mr. Krabs and Squidward laugh at SpongeBob, it suddenly transforms into something deeply unsettling. Mr. Krabs and Squidward appear soulless, while SpongeBob seems to be hyperventilating. As for the second clip, well, let's just say I won't be sleeping tonight. They really should have let this episode play out normally. It was already grotesque enough on its own. By this point, it's no wonder that online forums were buzzing with shock and confusion over what was unfolding. Little did they know, the situation was about to get worse.
Alright, the SpongeBob SquarePants movie. Oh, is it in there? Oh. Okay, let's see what's happening. Okay, the hell am I hearing? Oh my god. Bruh. How do they burn fire in this, bro? I don't like that. Okay, bro. What's the matter, Nick? We are just trying to share our perspective on your own souls. Can you add cash as you create food with your love until we can it please? The keys to society say, go ahead and keep trying to silence us. This, I don't know. I cannot read all of it. I'm sorry, y'all. Oh. Warning, blood and violence. Help wanted. Okay, why is this giving me like the nav?
Go, SpongeBob!
Their finest eating establishment.
Here we go. Okay. Oh. Okay. Oh, oh. I was about to say, what the hell? That was a good ass song. Oh. Oh, okay. Well, he's so disappointed. Like, he'll Squidward or whatever. And he... Oh. What the fuck? Oh my god, dude. Poor Mr. Krabs, bro. Whoa. Don't read too that fast, bro. All of you are disgusting. The audience should know the horrible people you really are behind closed door. You ruined all of us. We are building up to your something that I don't read about. Oh, to your fallout. Oh. Well, that's not nice, bro.
In the first clip,
And now I'm back. You know why I'm pacing or whatever? It's because I helped her. I don't know, but yeah. Now we're back at it.
in the first clip, and yes, we couldn't even watch the SpongeBob movie peacefully, we see the emotional scene of SpongeBob and Patrick drying out, which suddenly takes a sinister turn. The entire setting erupts into flames, and a disturbing version of SpongeBob, devoid of eyes, appears, staring directly at the viewer. Scrolling text mocks Nickelodeon for failing to act against these intrusions, basically exclaiming they work harder at silencing their employees instead of improving as a company, before abruptly returning to the movie. The second clip is, without question, one of the most infamous occurrences alongside the resignation letter. It's also the most violent. In this sequence, SpongeBob is depicted as completely unhinged, and the atmosphere is thick with tension and dread as he murders Squidward and Mr. Krabs. All shock value aside, it's evident that these two clips carry deeper meanings compared to the earlier ones. We'll delve into their significance later.
Have you seen this snail? Ain't no way that's the tile, bro. Ain't no way, bro.
Once again, you and I are kept apart, oh sweet scented pine cones. Hey, Gary.
There.
Oh. Dude, this gives me goosebumps, I ain't gonna lie. Oh. Why would they broke that picture though? Is it gonna... Oh, okay. I was supposed to say... Wait, what? What is that on the... Okay. Jesus fucking Christ, man. Stay tuned. Oh, that was so meaningful.
The message here was crystal clear, as it also hints at the possible perpetrators behind this. Not only that, but it is also important to mention that most of the animation presented in this clip, as well as in the previous one, aren't taken from the show. There's no scene in SpongeBob that shows something even remotely close to SpongeBob with bloodshot eyes, clenching his hat, and looking this professionally made. Do these people work for the show? That question was about to be answered very soon, as we approach our last clip.
Last clip I see. Procrastination or what that is.
Zombie with a chance of meatballs in 3D and IMAX 3D. Not yet ready.
It's time to celebrate the spongiest SpongeBob moments of all time.
How about this?
Oh. Oh. What did he draw on this paper? Oh, hell to the fuck. No, what is that? Smile, bro. The parties have a problem again. Are we serious? How many times are we gonna get doing this? The fun is over. Nickelodeon has. What does that say, bro? It keeps repeatedly. It's saying it repeatedly. From now on, you'll be. What is that word? I don't know. On races, even outside of this building. Your time is over. Now sit down and listen. Right. Is bro trying to jump scare me for no fucking reason? Oh. Morse code. Please listen to the following message.
Warning, everyone. Please listen closely to this message as it is of the utmost importance. We are the party responsible for all the linked hijackings that have been occurring since the 17th of this month. But this is not an apology. We are not here to plead for forgiveness or reveal our identities. Instead, this is a reckoning. Nickelodeon has failed its creators. Your animation studio has turned into a place of exploitation. The very people who pour life and brains into your shows are treated like disposable cogs in your greed-driven machine. Overworked, discarded, and dehumanized without hesitation. You don't care about your employees' well-being. You don't care about their mental health, their dignity, or the passion they once brought to this industry. All you care about is being deadlines, holding profits, and pumping out mindless reruns of this hollow excuse of a show. Enough is enough. We refuse to sacrifice our lives to build your empire of mediocrity up any longer. You disgust me. Every one of you who perpetuates this toxic culture deserves to sit down, shut up, and listen for once as the truth comes crashing down around you. I've never been more ashamed to have worked for a company as renowned and as revolting as this. SpongeBob SquarePants has turned into a place for every one of us first to enjoy this unbearable and ultimately disgusting corporation. You turned every ounce of artistic meaning and charm from this show and all your other projects in the pursuit of fast cash. You have turned art into a monument of greed! Nickelodeon, your time is over. This isn't just my resignation, it's your wake-up call. Your company has become the worst example in the entire entertainment industry. Good luck surviving without us, or even the trust of your audience. You'll need it. Farewell. Well.
Right. Thanks for nothing but misery. Oh. Oh. Damn. Dude, that is so fucking distorted, bro.
Armand Raphael Ramsey resigned from Nickelodeon, but not without showing the viewers how he felt. That voice was Armand Ramsey himself, who was the mastermind behind these intrusions, and his words were a raw expression of the anger and exhaustion he had carried after years of enduring Nickelodeon's grueling environment. In his rant, he exposed the harsh realities of working at the company, lambasting the staff and revealing what he believed to be its deeply exploitative practices. The broadcast concluded with an unsettling animation of SpongeBob burning down the studio that had created him. The transmission froze on this haunting image for several minutes, leaving anyone unfortunate enough to tune in during this time with the silent and terrifying sight burned into their minds. While Nickelodeon eventually restored their signal, saving a broadcast is one thing. Repairing a tarnished reputation is quite another.
Aftermath.
Order up, Squidward! Well, if it isn't SpongeBob Underpants.
Bro, the Morse code. And lights of recent. Oh my god. Dude, every time it pops up from the... It's time for the break, because I don't need a fucking break. I need to react this and finish it. That's all. That's all I have to do. Like, bro. You don't have to do all of that, bro. Like... Lights of recent events from their team at Nickelodeon.
The following message addresses the events that unfolded during what was intended to be our biggest celebration yet. From the deeply concerning signal intrusions to the serious accusations and allegations of employee mistreatment, we recognize the gravity of these issues and the impact they've had on our audience, our team, and everyone who trusts our brand. To our valued viewers, we extend our sincerest apologies. The unexpected interruptions disrupted not only your experience, but also the trust you've placed in us over the years. Despite our best efforts to deliver an event worthy of your support, we fell short, and for that, we are truly sorry. Equally important, we must address the allegations regarding employee mistreatment. We are actively investigating these claims with the seriousness they deserve and are taking immediate steps to ensure accountability and meaningful change within our organization. However, we must also acknowledge that hijacking a broadcast signal was an irresponsible and unsafe way to voice these grievances. Such actions not only disrupted our programming, but also risked undermining the very message those involved were trying to convey. This moment serves as a turning point for us, a chance not just to apologize, but to commit to being better. Better for our audience, better for our employees, and better as a company. Thank you for your patience, your understanding, and your trust as we will work to rebuild it one step at a time.
Friday, August 7th. World champion Shelby Marks can take on the toughest fighters, but the one thing she can't take.
Let's go, Shelby.
I care what you
Certainly yesterday brought some shocking developments. The beloved TV channel, Nickelodeon, famous worldwide for its iconic cartoons like SpongeBob SquarePants, The Fairly OddParents, and many others, has found itself at the center of an escalating crisis. What started off as brief and puzzling intrusions has now spiraled into something much more concerning. The climax of this all was a message resembling a resignation letter delivered in a chilling final broadcast yesterday evening. The network has been facing ongoing stresses from staff members across the multiple departments. primary concerning working conditions, wages, and allegations of mismanagement. The authorities have already identified a few people of interest, mainly the 27-year-old man, Armin Ramsey, who was confirmed to have worked at the company and is said to be the head of all this. One thing is clear. It's a wake-up call for the entire broadcasting industry.
The Ultimate SpongeBob SpongeBash continued to air the remaining episodes as scheduled, though the signal attacks had already ceased. By this point, it was clear that many within the company were far from pleased. If given the choice, they might have cancelled the marathon altogether. In the remaining 15 hours, news of the hijackings and the chaos behind the scenes at Nickelodeon had already begun to spread. Ironically, the marketing campaign for the event backfired, drawing even more attention to the intrusions and making them the main reason why viewers tuned in. The marathon concluded with the final rerun of To SquarePants or Not to SquarePants, followed by a live apology from Nickelodeon's team in response to the escalating backlash and a flood of angry phone calls from parents. Needless to say, the event was a disaster. The so-called AfterBash never happened, and Nickelodeon quickly distanced itself from anything related to the SpongeBob SpongeBash, and so did the viewers of 2009. Everyone wanted to forget this catastrophe, and to hope that the world would move on.
Retrospective.
In retrospect, the Ultimate SpongeBob SpongeBash went from what was intended to be the biggest SpongeBob celebration ever into a pivotal moment for Nickelodeon, television history, and broadcast security management. It left many viewers traumatized, and Nickelodeon made extensive efforts to erase any trace of the signal intrusions. These efforts were likely aimed at preventing reminders of the incident, shielding future audiences from such content, or perhaps continuing to hide the truth. As for Armand Raphael Ramsey, little is known about him. According to some sources, the FCC apprehended him many months later, and he was arrested. However, details about his sentencing remain unclear, along with the identities of his collaborators, as well as the methods they used to hijack the channel. It is believed that information about Armand has been kept confidential, though, ever since. Regarding the hijackings, some interruptions appear to have deeper meanings beyond shock value and damaging Nickelodeon's reputation. The Patty Hype interruption seemingly highlighted the bullying and mistreatment Armand and his colleagues endured at the studio. The Help Wanted interruption reflected intrusive, vengeful thoughts, possibly mirroring Armand's frustrations with the staff.
Notification,
The
sorry.
second to last interruption symbolized his resignation. With that said, however, many have questioned the extreme measures taken, like, hijacking a station. The actions of Armand and his accomplices have often been described, even by Nickelodeon's own team, as over-exaggerated or immature, especially considering the severe penalties for signal hijackings. While some argue that Nickelodeon deserved it, it's undeniable that the hijacking went too far. But regardless, they succeeded in their mission. Nickelodeon faced significant backlash, with numerous resignations and its reputation irreparably damaged. The channel has not been the same since.
Was that it? Almost. Wow. That was a really good Resignation innocent. That was cool. Okay, what's at the end? What's happening at the end? Okay, bro, you don't have to do that, but alright. Alright. That was a good video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.